Erev Tov, good evening. Here we are together to count the Omer for today. Yesterday was day 8, which means, well, we just keep on counting up. We are here. Good evening. We are here ready and prepared to fulfill the positive mitzvah of counting the Omer. As it is written in Torah, you shall count for yourselves from the eve of the second day of Pesach, from the day you bring the offering, complete 7 weeks. You must count until the day after the 7th week, which is the 50th day. And so, the blessing for counting the Omer. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu, b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu, al sfirat haomer, al sfirat haomer, al sfirat haomer, al sfirat haomer. Hayom tisha yamim, shem shavua echad, u'shnei yamim laomer. This is the 9th day, totaling 1 week and 2 days of the Omer. We are in the week of Gevura. We're in the week of strength. We're in the week of discipline and justice, restraint and awe, giving direction and focus for life and for love. Psalm 111, verse 10 says, the beginning of wisdom is awe. The beginning of wisdom is awe. I think for many of us, we're blown away by things. Radical amazement, right? The awe. We're in awe of whatever it is that we've seen or experienced or been part of. But that is the beginning of wisdom, because most often when we see something that amazes us or that is so awesome, that leaves us in awe, when you say that word, your chin drops down, is to experience it, to feel it, to look at it, and then to think, I need to know more about that. I need to enlighten myself. I need to look out, to research, to connect with. The beginning is awe. On this day, on this day of day 9, Gevura, it is strength. I was thinking a different word. Gevura Sheba Gevura, which is Gevura, the second attribute in the second week of attributes, which is Gevura, strength within strength. The strength of the spiritual warrior who remembers she is not the source of her power. She is the channel through which the divine presence flows. So to realize our own strength is to say, wow, you know what? I'm not the source of power alone, but rather I am the vessel through which divine power flows. Our lives are conceived in mystery. Well, part of it's a mystery. Our strength comes from the Most High, and we bow to the source of all as we yield to the power that flows through us. The realization is that we tap into, where does this strength come from? How is it that this We are the catalyst and the vehicle, the chamber, the connection, the conduit between human life and divine flow of strength within ourselves. So every day brings us to a practice. And so yesterday, our practice was to judge everyone on the side of merit. Well, I don't know about you, but that didn't work out so totally well for me. And I'm sure many others, politics is not something that I like to talk about from the Bima, but I'm still not getting past the death of the Pope in his own right, an activist for inclusion and interfaith conversation and things like that. But, the last person he talked to or was with was J.D. Vance, and all of a sudden, not accusing, it's not an accusatory thing. It's just this, you're here, and then all of a sudden you're not here. And you think about the interactions that he had, even if it's just from a mere purpose of the conversation you had before your death, who knows where that put him spiritually. Could have been good, could have been bad, could have been in the middle, could have been nothing to do with anything. But you think about these things, or the fact that he was able to address the parishioners, the people, humanity, not long before his death. Powerful. Strength. The strength that he had to make it through double pneumonia and, being on death's door, but yet still was able to deliver in the end. And so the Pope comes to us with strength within strength, and we pray that his name be strengthened as his soul departs and he finds his way to Olam Haba, to heaven as we know it. So our practice for today is to reflect on something that you believe to be true. There are things that we know are true. There are things that we believe that are true. There are things that we hope and pray that are true. And sometimes it's hard to feel the rightness or the truth of this idea, this thought that comes to mind. But yet we find ourselves wanting to believe that it's true. And so when we come to those points during the day, today, tonight, until tomorrow, this day 9, when things come up and you believe them to be true, we want to feel the rightness of it, the truth of this idea, the thought that is, and then say to yourself, I could be wrong. Like, what if I'm wrong? The practice is to sit with that sensation, to see what arises for you. What if I'm wrong? Some of us are saying, who cares? If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. It doesn't matter. It's insignificant. It doesn't have any weight or value. And other times when we say, what if I'm wrong? And we start to feel uncomfortable. The practice is to find our space and place with the rightness. Yeah, of course, I'm always right. Coupled with, what if I'm not right? The uncomfortable part of that. That is our practice for today. See, as things reveal themselves for you, that you believe that are true. Feel that truth within your soul, and then say, what if I'm wrong? And see how that comes to be. Beloved friends, we're only on day 9. We got time and work to do here. Some of the work is spiritual, some of it's emotional, some of it's physical, some of it is eye-opening, and other things are just the regular things, the mundane things that just we need to call awareness to. But we're in it together, and this is the work that we're doing. And so it's year after year that we do this, and it's year after year that we're in different places in our own lives, in our own mindset, in our own day. Could be just today. That wasn't a great day, or today that was profoundly amazing. And we sit in those moments and we feel what it is that is making us tick. How are we, when we hear the work of the day, when we hear the practice for the day or the teaching for the day, where are we? How present are we in it? What are our feelings? How do we act toward it? That's what the Omer counting is about, the spiritual journey that we're on together. For we are one human family, one heart of abundant love. We love you, and we look forward to seeing you back here. Tomorrow is Tuesday, 9:30 in the morning, and then 9:30 at night. I'll be back here with all of you. It's a pleasure to be with you, Rachel, Elisa, Shavik, whoever else is out there. I see the numbers, but I don't see the check-ins. Let's continue to be there for one another. Rachel, you'll have your letter from me, if not by the end of the day today, but certainly you will get it by the morning. Am Yisrael Chai. You set your alarm for AM. That's fine. We love that. My sister Sarah, just a quick little thing before I Am Yisrael out of here. We had to leave for the airport to go to Mexico, and the Uber needed to be there. I think it was 3:30 departure, something like this. So she put the alarm on for 3 o'clock, and she put it for PM and not AM. Fortunately, they got ready and out the door on time, but it wasn't just that. She also ordered the Uber for 3:30 in the afternoon. Getting an Uber in the middle of the night is not as easy as it is in the afternoon. But luckily, all things good. They were ready. The Uber showed up, and we got to the airport on time. But be careful when you set your alarms for things, folks. Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael Chai. 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 Ora Avinu Chai.